confirm that we're live.
Yeah,
Before
chat.
before
Are we
say
live?
something.
YouTube, please work. Uh, it says we're live. YouTube. Thank you. Yep, we're live. What is up, people of the internet? It is me, Real American, back in with a new stream, and that is right. We are live on this beautiful February 18th, 2026. I hope everyone's having a great day. I'm having a great day myself. And of course, we're joined by Gonzalez is done, aka Real Texan Politics, Midnight
Hello.
Messenger, and Poster Tubbs, the usual suspects.
Hello.
What's
Very
up?
eventful day, very eventful past 24 hours. We got a lot to talk about, especially with Iran, the Texas
Particularly with foreign
primaries.
policy and a certain congressman out of Texas.
Oh gosh, I can't believe that Tony Gonzalez stuff. He's screwed. Let's cut the crap. There's no way he wins that. There is absolutely
Okay,
no
I
way.
think he still could. I
don't think he
still
does.
could, but we'll see. It could. I think
It's
I
gonna
was
get
saying
worse.
this before we started. This could be another Van Taylor situation where I could see them going to a runoff, and maybe Trump just forces Gonzalez to just like drop out.
Well, I think it's gonna work. I mean, like apparently they interview the husband, and we'll get to that. It's gonna get worse.
Yeah.
I think.
I think because I don't remember if Trump endorsed Van Taylor before the scandal dropped
I think he
on
did.
him. So
I think he did.
so usually he's always endorsed incumbents.
All right, guys, before we get into today's stream, don't forget to like, subscribe, share with your friends, and of course, join the channel today. These are all great ways to support the daily content. And if you do have any questions or concerns or want to support the channel even further, the best way is sending super chats via the chat. Again, I'll read through as much chat as possible, but usually super chats are the best way to get your questions answered. Roku fan for 2. Tony should give up his house seat for Lent. I agree. He should give it up for Lent. Yeah. Dude, I don't see him winning, but we'll get to that. American
That
Nerd
was
for
literally
2.
my tweet. Tony
Yeah.
should give up his seat for Lent. Yeah.
American Nerd for 2. Did y'all hear what the U.S. pulling out of Syria? Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, we pulled out of Syria right before about to bomb the shit out of Iran. But yeah. So I guess we got to get into the big story that everybody's talking about. It is what seems to be the imminent conflict with Iran. I think it's gonna happen the next like week or two. I think it's gonna happen. You don't send that much crap to the Middle East and do nothing. You don't send that many ships. You don't send that many planes and stuff. Like, it's gonna happen. And a lot of speculation grew from it because earlier today, Axios dropped this article that said that they're going to war with Iran. That's basically what it says. They said like the Trump admin is closer to a major war in the Middle East. And yeah, it's looking like they're going to actually do it. So that's the big story, that it looks like a war with Iran is inevitable. Again, we've heard this before. It could be bullshit. Next thing we know, they like occupy Canada. You know, we'll see. But like, I think it's real this time. So what do you guys think right off the bat? Kind of the generic thing. Like, do you guys think war is inevitable now with Iran?
We're gonna bomb the shit out of him.
I don't think
I don't think we're gonna have ground troops.
We're not gonna have ground troops. We're just gonna like bomb them. There's no way we get ground troops in Iran like ever.
We're gonna bomb Iran.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, I don't think this is going to lead to like a full blown like huge war. I think what's probably gonna happen is like what you said, like where they just carpet bomb Iran for like I don't know how long exactly. Everything it seems to be like all the stuff they have in the Middle East is just like jets and aircraft and stuff like that. So
Yeah, I mean,
I don't think it's gonna be like a ground
this
invasion.
image went crazy viral this morning because it's just like all the tankers and stuff flying over to the Middle East. This is all the tankers and stuff. This was earlier this morning, by the way. There's been more. There's just like hundreds of jets and shit are just going to the Middle East. Yeah, I have a feeling that we're gonna bomb these guys.
Let's cut the crap. We're gonna bomb
Yep.
Iran. Bomb Iran.
While the crazy bear for 2, any bets Palin will never support Trump again? I don't. Palin? What?
Don't you mean like Barris or Barnes or?
I mean, yeah, Sarah Palin. Why would Sarah Palin not support? Sarah Palin's kind of irrelevant now, but
yeah, I don't know.
I mean, she shared a ticket with John McCain of all people. So
Yeah.
American Nerd for 2. Didn't you say the U.S. was gonna bomb Iran a month ago?
Well, that's kind of been the speculation right now. That's always been the speculation about Iran that we're going to bomb them, but it seems like it's real this time. It does not seem like, oh, guys, an anonymous source told me we're going
I
to
think
bomb.
we were going to, and then a bunch of countries told us we probably should hold off.
Yeah.
And now I think we're
Yeah.
going to.
I think it's going to happen now. It's looking clear as day. They have just way too much shit in the region not to do anything now.
I mean, the only thing you could figure is that they have all of the aircraft and stuff there to apply pressure on kind of like the protesters to like overthrow the Ayatollah and the current government there. That's the only other theory I could possibly have.
Yeah, and let's talk about this because I think we're all in agreement it's going to happen. It's a matter of when, I think. Again, anything could happen.
It's a matter of when, and it's a matter of the extent of the scale and the extent of it.
I think I said this earlier. I think again, I am still like very skeptical of this. I'm not a big fan of this idea because this can turn south quick. This could turn to Trump's Iraq. But at the same time, what I think we're going to do is I don't think we're going to send a single troop to Iran. I don't think anybody's be sent there. I don't think. That's the
We're
first
just
thing.
gonna bomb them.
Yeah.
We're
gonna just.
I didn't see it this time. I didn't see it.
We are gonna carpet bomb the living shit out of them. That's what I think's gonna happen. They're gonna bomb them.
I think this is gonna be. I think this is gonna be the equivalent of when he killed Soleimani in like 2017, 2018.
Oh, it's 2019. That was literally like the day before 2020. It was like December 30th or whatever.
Was that really that late?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Hell, it might have been 2020 actually.
2017. Jeez.
No, we struck Syria in 2017. So
okay, I'm mixing up two events then.
Yeah, no, we bombed Syria in 2017. Yeah, but yeah, we sent a second carrier group, not just any carrier group. We sent the cream of the best of the best, basically. We sent the did we send the Gerald R. Ford there? Right?
I mean, I know the USS Lincoln's been there for like at least a couple of weeks now.
Yeah, no, the Gerald R. Ford is there now. So, yeah, for those that don't know, the Gerald R. Ford is literally the most advanced aircraft carrier in the world, and it's not even close. It is beyond what all these other countries have combined. It is insane, and we're sending that to Iran. Yeah, I think we're gonna. Yeah.
Let's cut the crap. We're going in.
Stop saying that.
You stop saying it too.
Gosh.
I'm kidding.
But yeah, so Iran is going to get bombed. That is the one thing I think we can agree on is they're going to bomb the shit out of them. But here's what I think's going to happen. They're going to bomb them. They're going to, I would assume they're going to try to do another Maduro operation where they yank the supreme leader, I'm guessing. Or how they just let them flee to Russia.
I said that exact thing on Twitter earlier today too. So
I think that's what's going to happen.
No, I agree. I think Venezuela arguably was like a kind of a sign, be like, hey, Iran, if you don't comply with us, well, this is going to be you.
The only concern is because with Iran, they do got the guard. That is the one issue. That's the difference between Venezuela and Iran. They got the guard.
And the other concern with Iran too is with Venezuela, like there's not that religious fervor there. Yeah. And it's far easier to get someone more in place who is not as radical or insane as Maduro was. Iran, that's an entirely different animal there. You're dealing with like Islam, you're dealing with the Middle East, you're dealing with this very uncertain, chaotic region.
The only saving grace is we are talking about Persians. That's the only saving grace. It's not like Arabs or whatever. Mm-hmm. So that should make it a little bit less batshit crazy.
I will say I don't think this will lead to. I mean, some people will say like, oh, we're witnessing World War III. I'm like, no, I'm not seeing it. Russia's not going to get involved in this to like defend Iran. China, I mean, this is not really that big of a thing for them either. The chain reaction that would cause World War III would be China invading Taiwan. That would be the catalyst of that.
Yeah. But the thing is like all we're gonna do, I think, is I don't think a single soldier is gonna enter Iran. I highly doubt it. I don't think it's gonna happen. If it does, that's a different story. That no, I would absolutely oppose that because you know what happens if one soldier steps foot in Iran? You know what happens?
We all
Uh,
die.
that would be the next Iraq.
Worse, it'll be our Afghanistan.
Yeah.
Like the Soviets' Afghanistan. Like, yeah, we were stuck in Afghanistan for a while.
It'd be the new Vietnam, which is like
Yeah.
why we have to make it quick and
That's a good one. Yeah, next
Yeah.
Vietnam. Like you stuck there for 50 years. You can't leave. So Jacob Martin for 5. Who remembers when Trump tweeted last summer for everybody to flee Tehran and they all took him seriously? The city was empty. I remember that. And nothing happened.
I remember that, yeah.
Absolutely nothing happened. American Nerd for 6. What makes the Gerald R. Ford class carriers better than the old Nimitz class carriers? Because to me, the Ford is just a bigger version of the Nimitz. There's something with the I actually don't know what the big deal is, honestly. I know a little bit, but there's something about the I don't know. It is considered the most technologically advanced carrier in the world. That's what it says. And 300% more electrical power. Jesus, that's a lot. So yeah, it's just better. It's just literally an advanced, like, futuristic thing. So yeah. But yeah, that's being sent though. That's our best aircraft carrier. I don't think, and we already got one down there. I don't think we're just gonna say, oh yeah, we're gonna pretend nothing happened. We're gonna leave. We're gonna do nothing. But yeah, so at the end of the day, we're gonna bomb Iran. The question is, how do the people of Iran respond? Because I think this is what the Trump admin's banking on. They're banking on the people just like taking these people out back. That's what I assume, right? That's what they're trying to bank on, I hope, right?
Yes, I believe so. Well, I had also thought too that, like, even if they didn't actually bomb, the fact that they are essentially surrounding Iran with all of this aircraft basically gives like more of an impetus for the people to actually overthrow the Iranian
Yeah.
government there.
And
Because as we all know, the economy in Iran is extremely poor right now.
Yeah, the only thing got is the military. But I think we're just gonna bomb all their institutions and it's over. They literally have nothing then.
Well, and also Iran really doesn't have much international support I mean, yes, Russia and China are big, but like neither of them are really going to go to
Oh, but
uh,
Russia's gonna start World War III over Iran.
it's like have you seen how the Russia-Ukraine war is going?
Yeah, and today it came out that Russia's begging the US to end the sanctions. We'll talk about that later. It's nuts. Like they're willing to spend $12 trillion. That's how desperate they are. And that's supposed to stop us in Iran. Again,
Well,
I don't support this
Russia
stuff.
also
But
doesn't have the population either.
Yeah.
I mean, their biggest advantage historically has been taken from them.
yeah, they don't got that. So Marcus for 10. If this attack works and Trump has taken out 2 important partners of Russia and China in only 2 months, and in my opinion, that kind of seals the deal that we control the world oil and the energy. We control it then completely. Because that was the one thing China
Yeah.
had going for it. They had Iran, they had Venezuela, they had Russia. If you take out Iran and Venezuela, who do they got outside of Russia?
Well, I mean, this isn't BRICS, but I mean, Saudi Arabia, I think, is still a big distributor of oil.
Yeah, but it's like,
There's a couple of the OPEC people. I
yeah, but
forget
Saudi
which ones
Arabia's
are part of
closer to us. It's like that's not going to do
Well,
anything.
yeah, exactly.
That's a problem. They have nothing. I'm not doing okay for 5. Can't wait to see what man-made horror weapons we debut this time. A microscopic ammo that melts you from the inside out. Listen, I don't want to know, but Trump's gonna probably like tease something again. I don't want to know what weapons we've got, but yeah. Josh for 5. Don't forget he supports Iran and hates the protesters. I saw that. Listen, I don't know. Like, I understand there's concern for the Iran stuff. Like, you don't want another Afghanistan or Iraq. We're there for 50 years. Like, you don't want that. But we'll see. I'm skeptical of the conflict. I don't support it right now, but I want to wait and see. I'm not one of those people that think, oh guys, we're gonna start World War III over Iran. You know why? Why would Trump start World War III at any point of this administration? Why? He obviously they know more than we do. Like, no shit. They have intel. I can't believe I explained this, but the real Texan, do you know what's going on in Iran right now? Do you have CIA agents on the ground?
No.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Like that's why I'm saying like we don't know shit. They obviously have intel that makes them confident in this. Again, we'll see what that is. They must realize that, yeah, the people are going to overthrow them if we bomb them. That's probably what they thought. Ben Cynics for 5. Iran is a big sponsor of Shia terrorism, so having a friendlier government there will be a big win. Well, that eliminates half the problems in the Middle East. And Will Stancil joined. Oh gosh,
Yeah.
what is your profile today?
Dude, I've been
That's Nelson Rockefeller.
Oh gosh,
I've been Nelson Rockefeller for like 2 weeks, dude.
I just realized that. But yeah, we're talking about Iran because looks like it's gonna happen. So Luke, do you think we're going to Iran or no?
This is what I want to see happen. I want us to bomb the shit out of them.
You actually, really?
Yeah, I want to bomb the shit out of them, and then I want some weapons to just show up.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I'm curious to see what God knows what weapons they have. Like somebody said in chat, what man-made horrors did we got just sitting there?
I want them to give the protesters that discombobulator, dude.
Oh gosh! Again,
like the one they used in Venezuela, where
yeah,
they sent the people home to Cuba in shoe boxes. Remember that?
Yeah, I mean, like, I still like. Did they ever explain what that actually was? Was it a laser-based weapon? Was that kind of the explanation?
We don't know. All we know is it sent the Cubans home in shoe boxes.
It's got to be like laser shit. That's the only way that works, unless it's like sound thing. I don't know. That's not good. Not good.
I can just imagine like Trump going through like the military stockpile of weapons. It's like everyone in the military is like, we want a chance to use these new weapons. We haven't gotten one yet. Trump's
yeah, just like and knowing them, they've had this shit for like 20 years, and they've not
pissed because they haven't gotten to
use
it. You know?
People were saying it was a sonic weapon. Yeah, it was either it would have to be a sonic weapon or a laser thing. Space lasers. Yeah. The space lasers, yeah. American
Nerd. The Netanyahu alliance has perks.
Yeah. Again, I don't know. American Nerd for 6. If Russia loses Venezuela, Iran, and Cuba, what allies do they have? Because I doubt China would be able to help
China
Russia out.
Basically already said they're staying out of Iran. And to be fair, like China gets along with Iran, but Iran has always been more of a Russian ally.
Yeah.
It's not. Yeah.
It's like I like they literally have nobody else. Russia, China have each other, and like who else? Like seriously.
Well, I'd argue that Trump is kind of like separating China from Russia.
We'll talk about the trade deal they're proposing, the sanction thing.
No, also not even that, but like China made a deal with Ukraine the other day. Like,
wait, what?
Yeah, over I think it was over mining or something like that.
Oh, of course Ukraine did that. Of course.
Yeah.
No, that makes sense. That's good. We want to see that because that shows that China and Russia are not necessarily like bound to each other. That's a good thing. That's a very good thing.
Yeah, so I think but seriously, like they have Russia and China. Like, they're basically like Luke says, they're kind of like moving apart. Who do they got?
South Africa.
Wow.
Well, I mean, China. Okay, they're kind of different stories, and let's remember what the Trump administration did. The Trump administration took China off because the Biden administration labeled China as the #1 military rival of the United States. Trump actually removed that and put that it was Russia. And yes, you could say China is a rival, but it's much more in the economic sense. We don't really have any military conflict with China at the moment. Russia, we do because they're invading Ukraine, which you can debate. Oh, it's not a U.S., but they're a country that's friendly to the United States. And Russia's been invading them for 4 years. And the difference is China, it's not happening, but Trump did change it so it's an economic rivalry. So Russia and China are very different. What goes on with China? China is very much interested in kind of like economic colonization of countries. They're not into the military stuff. The way they see it, just the way China views military in general, like notice how they're very rarely like outside of their immediate neighbors. And this is historically, they don't really invade places, you know. They'll invade their immediate neighbors like, you know, Tibet, like that.
Oh no, you can't say that, Luke. Hey, can't say that name here. Tibet does not exist.
Well, I don't know.
No, their whole thing has always been like the soft form of colonialism, where you gradually buy up land and other resources in like other countries and stuff.
Yeah, and as much
the
as they
more
talk a
loyal.
big game about Taiwan, I think they ultimately just want to get a deal made there. They're not all about like military invasion
Well,
because you want to
fitness.
talk it.
Oh, sorry. Go on.
But
No, go
no,
on.
no. The thing is with China, the thing is with them, you just be economic rivals, but like them and Russia don't have that much in common. They're not really strong allies. These like when we go after Venezuela, when we go after Iran, that is much more impacting Russia because
Yeah.
Russia forms like actual alliances with that. China's job is kind of just to get along with everybody. That's kind of what they do. That's not Russia's job though. Russia's job is
that's why they're trying to make that deal now, which we'll get to that. That's crazy. I think 12 trillion. I think they're proposing. So yeah, it's if they're willing to spend that much money, that's not good for them. But we'll get to that. But yeah, just like this whole thing with Iran though, it is very risky. I said this before. It's gonna either be Trump's Operation Desert Storm, or it's gonna be the
I'm gonna
invasion
be
of Iraq.
real.
That's my take.
I don't think you're gonna see boots on the ground.
That's the one concern. If there's no boots on the ground, worst case scenario, you just piss off more of the base for not being isolationist or whatever.
Or
but
you
it doesn't do
might
anything.
might see like Israeli troops on the ground, and the U.S. more so takes care of air. Which
Oh my gosh, can you imagine Assad doing
fine,
stuff?
Though. We're supposed to not care about it, right?
I don't care. I don't care if the Israelis like decide to do like
that's
some
their
type of
job.
ground
Whatever,
invasion.
I don't care.
What I care is if we're doing a ground invasion because I don't want to do a
I
ground
just
invasion.
like to say that would destroy this entire notion of like Israel like using the U.S. to like do all its dirty work. Like if Israel is like sending their troops to on the ground and the U.S. is just kind of like assisting with bombing and stuff, you can't say that like
we're using Israel. We're using Israel, not them using us.
Yeah, that's a weird thing. And I believe it was reported that like wasn't like Israel like pushing back against some of the strikes anyways too. Weren't they like pushing back against some of it? I'm pretty sure there was a report about that.
It's a little. I think it's a little more complicated on some things.
Well, yeah, I'm not saying like they're against them. I'm just saying like I'm pretty sure they
Sure.
they pushed back against it like a month ago. Like they were against like the initial strikes or what? Not the initial ones, but like new ones. At least like the way they were doing. I don't know.
All I'm saying, guys, I want to see the Ayatollah in a body bag. He is like one of the most like
dude, same here.
He is one of the most horrendous world leaders I've like even compared to Maduro. Like Maduro,
He's
was
a meme.
shit. Like there were people weren't really doing the best, but like Maduro wasn't systematically murdering tens of thousands of his own.
He just
citizens.
threw people in prison. That's all he did.
Yeah, that's what he did. Like Maduro, he was just cringe. But like the Ayatollah is genuinely like he should be in a body bag. Like,
well, I mean, like
he shouldn't get the Maduro treatment. He should be bombed. Like,
I think we might do what we did the Gaddafi to him. That's probably what's gonna
honestly,
happen.
we need to come. We need to see. We need to make him die. That's what we got to do.
Arm the protesters in Iran too. Well, I said this earlier. I guarantee you, the CIA and Mossad, they're probably in Iran. They accidentally left behind some guns. I would assume. Accidentally.
And no, those protesters are not traitors to their nation. The Ayatollah is a traitor to his nation because they came in and they took over the Persian nation. So, yeah, they're not traitors. Also, I would like to say I saw this argument going around today. I saw there were some like of these West bad people, and they were saying, yeah, the cities might oppose the regime, but once you get on the countryside, everyone's loyal. And it's like,
how do you know this?
The countryside in Iran, that is technically true. That is technically true. The problem, though, is the countryside is like an actual inhospitable desert. So there's like 6 people. So basically, it's a very creative way of saying 85% of the country despises the Ayatollah.
Well, there's really
like the equivalent. That's like the equivalent of those boomers who post, the presidential party map.
It's like, guys, ways Republicans losing.
There are no blue states, just a couple of blue
that's
counties.
The equivalent of Iran, where it's just like, oh, the cities, the pockets, they oppose the, but everyone else outside of it, it's like, yeah,
10 people live there.
the like small towns where you've got like a mosque and then 6 people who caretake the mosque and that's it.
Yeah, I mean, but it's a good point because people like make it sound like Iran is like everybody loves them. No, they don't. They do not love this regime.
And I'm
at
telling
all.
you, if you expect the Ayatollah to go up to the mountains and lead like a armed resistance like they did in Afghanistan, like put the fries in the bag. Go back to playing draft games.
All I'm
That's
gonna
what you
say,
gotta
all I'm
do.
gonna say is, one, put the Ayatollah in a body bag. I agree with that, Will. I mean, Luke. I'm still calling you Will. Completely agreed. But second of all, yeah. How do I put it? Iran, aka Persia, we should really start calling it Persia, is not and is in particular. The people are not very Islamic. Okay, like London and like Birmingham are probably more religiously Muslim than like Tehran is. Okay, can we be real?
That's what I'll say. This is what I'll say with Tehran. So basically, Tehran is like the most pro-Islamic like city in the country.
That's if
And
that's the
that's why
case,
the
that's bad.
revolution was so successful. Because when you think about Iran is really just a couple big cities and then like a few people in the countryside. That's how it is, you know? So when there's a big revolution in Tehran, like you saw in the 1970s, that basically serves as their national revolution. It's not like America where, you know, it'd be like, if there was a revolution in New York, you know, that's just a minor it's a big deal, but still a minor infraction. Like in Iran, you got their largest city having a revolution. Like, yeah, it's the country. It's pretty much. And Tehran is definitely the most like Islamist part of the country. And even then, they're showing signs of cracking. And people are really angry with the Ayatollah, you know, because Iran has not been a very uber religious Muslim country. They've been more secular throughout history. It was only after the 1970s when they went down this route. And
yeah, nobody likes it. And there's been studies conducted where it's like Iran is not as Islamist as people think it is.
I mean,
at least
yeah,
for the average
there's
person.
proof like that. The new Shah, the descendant of the Shah, and you'll see this. We're lucky enough on my channel. We've had this guy named Warren McCommon. Go follow him on Twitter. Amazing guy, by the way. He's from Iran. I believe he lives in Denmark now, but he's been giving us a lot of commentary. But you see a lot of like conservative influencers like Rudy Giuliani and others. They're bought out by this group called the MEK, which is basically like they're they're against the current regime in Iran, but they're like Marxist Islamists. And yes, they're buying out Republican politicians.
Bruh.
But basically what they're doing is they're basically going around saying the Shah is hated in Iran. You can't support the Shah, and that's bullshit. Because we know for sure that there is proof that the Shah, the current guy, is very popular in Iran. Because when Iran shut off the internet couple months ago, that was back early January, the Shah was doing a live stream at the time, and he had like 30 million views or something like that. When the internet was shut off, it cut down to like 5 to 10 million. So he is getting views. He's getting a lot of support within Iran, and that's something that's well known.
Yeah.
And
no, I was just. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, don't let anyone tell you that that's not the case because, again, you've got a lot of this propaganda. And you see all this stuff with like Rudy Giuliani, and he's tweeting out, I've been a supporter of free Iran for many years, but the Shah is not the guy. He's paid off. All those people are paid off. Yeah, go on.
And I'm not saying like I'm not saying like he's universally loved or whatever, but it's like I think it's more so like there's just people are so sick of the current regime. It's like give us anything else, please, type of thing. So we'll see. I mean, we'll see in probably a month or two. But President Gilmore getting up for 5. Luke saying BoomerCon say how Republican the country is, even though 10 people live there, and how cringe it is. Do we like that, Mr. Luke? That's real.
Yes.
American Nerd for 2. I wonder how Bane from Dark Knight Rises would run Iran.
I mean that he's probably being better to the he's probably better to the citizens of Gotham than the Ayatollah is to the his citizens. Because I don't think did Bane kill like 60,000 protesters?
He did blow up a football stadium. So
No, he just killed. The only people who died in that though were like the people on the field though. So
yeah, but you didn't have the freaking the
that was
show
like
trial.
12 people. That was like 12 confirmed deaths.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, you had the show trial with the freaking Scarecrow, but yeah, I don't know. I mean,
yeah,
like,
you could add that up to maybe like 500. Certainly wasn't like 60,000 though. So.
Once the Robert Barnes also gets a shot, I mean, I'm not even joking. They're promoting like literal like Iran propaganda. I'm not even kidding. I hate the word propaganda.
And then Marjorie Taylor Greene is going around saying the Ayatollah is socially conservative and opposes abortion. So we have
okay. Who cares? Okay.
I'm sure the Islamic conquest also would people who ran that would have hated abortion. Okay, well, I mean, they also hated Christians.
This logic is like, oh my gosh, Maduro is like they're going to get rid of Maduro to install gay marriage. Remember that argument?
I've been seeing a lot of these Catholic nationalists who are like, we need to pray for the government of Iran right now. It's like, Jesus be with. It's like you literally will get beheaded in Iran if you believe in Jesus. So like, people need to stop. They are not a friend of Christianity.
People pray for the protesters?
They're an enemy. They're an enemy of Christianity.
Did these people pray for the protesters? Of course not.
Well, remember,
no, according to a certain.
Okay. Anyways,
all the protesters are traitors to their country that need to be shot. That's what.
Jackomax for 2. I just want the Shaw because I'm a Nixon enjoyer. That's real.
I'm telling you, dude. If Trump were to like get those protesters, help them out, and they win out, there will be a Trump statue in Tehran.
Oh my gosh, it'd be like
they will do.
It'd be like Trump's relationship with like Japan or whatever. Well, what Asian country does loves him?
Also, dude, Trump's approval. Like you talk about like Trump's approval in foreign countries, it'd be like 90% in Iran, probably.
Yeah. American Nerd for 2. Why can't the Shah just be like the UK king? The Shah probably would not return to the throne. I think that's more so like a symbolic.
From what I've seen, the Shah wants like a somewhat constitutional monarchy, but he is still going to control a lot of power in the country. But that's just kind of how Iran's always been. They never really had a real democracy in any ways. But that's fine. The point is, like, the Shah, even back after the U.S. coup, the Shah did have a relative, like, they had like pretty liberal laws of regulating like freedoms and stuff. They didn't, obviously, you weren't really allowed to criticize them necessarily. But it was a lot more liberal, certainly, than you have now with the.
I would just say, like, look at the images of like people in Tehran before and after the Shah. Like, well,
people used to go to the beach. They don't do that anymore. That's
it's just depressing. It's like people like how can anyone defend? Like, that's crazy that people defend this stuff. It's like, I'm not saying we should get involved. I'm still against it
because the Ayatollah opposes Israel, so he's based like that. That's what these people believe.
Yeah, and I'm against like a strike in Iran. I've been clear about that. I'm against it. I think it's risky as hell, and I do question what we really gain out of it in the long term. But it's like,
oh no, I think we gain a lot because
I have questions about that.
We drive a huge thorn in the side of the Eastern Alliance. Like, again, it's striking them. We're not going on the ground. And what's Iran going to do against us? I don't think we have anything to lose necessarily. Iran can't hit us back. I'm against boots on the ground, obviously.
Yeah, 100%. Like, that's a no-go for me.
Like, what are they going to do back to us? They're on the other side of it. It's like the Venezuela thing. Like, what was Venezuela going to do?
Oh, my gosh. Oh, how's the vote on Iran war powers likely next week? Oh, my gosh. Here we go with this shit again with Massey. Oh, come on.
It's just funny because all of them supported the Iran protest. All these people did their little things where they came out and support. They're like, we support the people of Iran getting freedom. And now when the U.S. is like taking like steps to, you know, help them get freedom, now they're all going to be against it. Yeah, I knew it was going to fall.
It's going to happen.
They don't actually care. They like doing the virtue signaling, but they don't actually care about these people.
I just want to see the look on Massey's face when, like, we eventually get the Ayatollah. He's gonna have a meltdown. It's gonna be fucking.
Well, again, I want to wait and see. I'm not gonna give my like. I'm not gonna say I support or not.
See the Ayatollah tried though. I want to see him like.
Trump took out the democratically elected.
Yeah. It's gonna happen. You know damn well. You're gonna see like
petition to bring back the Ayatollah in Iran.
You're gonna see like Barnes or Bears push that shit. Hell, a couple weeks ago, they were promoting literal state propaganda. I'm not even joking. state propaganda of Iran as evidence that the people love the supreme leader.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so let me be clear. There's two. Like Barnes is not with the MEK because the MEK is still opposed to the Ayatollah. But people, you'll know an MEK person when you see it. When you see someone like, I've been fighting for free Iran for decades, but the Shah is not the that's MEK
Yeah.
shit. And
Um,
honestly, you guys may have heard a couple weeks ago in Los Angeles, there was someone who drove a van into a pro free
yeah,
Iran
I saw
protest. That
that.
was done by the MEK. That
Of
wasn't done by
course.
yeah. So
American order for 2. Can the U.S. get the Ayatollah like with Maduro? I that would be like crazy if we did that. I would assume we're just gonna probably like do we the Gaddafi to him, probably. But we'll see. We shall see. Federal judge overturns the strikes in Iran, orders the Ayatollah to return to power. There's gonna be judges does something crazy. They've been trying to, but speaking of Thomas Massey, do you guys hear that what he said about Mike Johnson? Because I just want to pull this up, like the prove
Didn't
my
he call him,
point.
like a fraud or something, or am I wrong?
No, I gotta no. It's even dumber than that. So he ran to Politico, like remember MTG. She ran to the New York Times to give that softball interview. You guys remember that?
Yeah.
Who, FTG?
Yeah,
Yeah.
MTG. She ran to the New York Times right after she suddenly became a never Trumper. Well, Thomas Massey did the same thing with Politico. And there was a section of the article that should tell you everything about this guy. Okay? He was asked a question of, when was the last time you talked to Speaker Johnson about the Epstein matter at all? And he said, and this is real, one day they needed my vote, and I offered to give them my vote if he would assure a press release thanking me for my good work on the Epstein Files Transparency Act. That's all I required to get my vote, and I think he probably went and gave somebody else a bill to pass instead of doing public statements.
He's a complete narcissist. I mean, utter narcissist.
He actually said, I voted no. I was going to support it, but because he did not give a press release thanking him for his job, he voted no.
Jeez, people say that Trump has an ego.
Well, Trump's honest about it. Everybody knows this.
Yeah.
Trump is honest. He doesn't bullshit people. It's like, yeah, everybody knows he's a giant ego, and he'll let you know. But what are the point? Thomas Massey, he's having a bad like 2 weeks, by the way, with the Epstein stuff falling apart, and now this. Oh yeah, by the way, guys, I voted no because I did not get a press release thanking me.
All I can say is I hope he gets utterly destroyed in this primary.
You know,
that's my hope.
He does
and
fit
again,
the
guys. Primary season 2 weeks away.
yeah.
And I want to tell people we are going to have a packed schedule in terms of these like
a lot of primaries.
And here's what I'll say: there is 1 month that's going to be like kind of like absence of primaries. That's going to be the month of April. But I do have some good news, or actually entertaining news that could happen that month. My Canadian friend says there's a chance if Mark Carney can't get a majority, they're going to call they're going to try to call a snap election.
Do it
for April. So
we'll stream this one. We'll stream the
when you
Canadian
have
election.
That break, when you have that break in terms of primaries, you're probably going to be having a Canadian election campaign.
Yeah, well, we're going to do that. Like I've been wanting to do that for a while, but it just never landed good. It should this year. So.
Oh, it'll probably be a liberal like landslide now, unless though I will say. Last time the Liberals, Justin Trudeau, called the snap election because he wanted to get a majority, he went from leading by 10 points to losing the popular vote by 2 in a matter of a month. So we'll see.
American Nerd for 2. Massey's worse than a girlfriend with 20 red flags. Oh gosh. But no, seriously, it's like how can you say you're the principled one? Well, he kind of does fit the libertarian mold well, doesn't he? I mean, honestly, he is definitely a libertarian. You can just tell. But like, how can you say that? Yeah, I'm going to vote no on this. So you're telling me, what if this was a you're telling me you would have voted no if this was a spending cut, like from Doge? Are you telling me you would have voted no because Mike Johnson did not stroke your ego or whatever? Are you nuts? How is this the most principled guy in the House? How? Yeah, of course he's not. So, Marcus for 5. Is it true that we are going to have RNC convention for the midterms? Yes. It's in, I think they said July or August. Yeah. Is it July or August, right?
I don't know.
I mean, I don't remember when it is, but allegedly it's in Vegas.
Yeah, it's going to be in Vegas, which I still think missed opportunity, should have done in Phoenix. But that's my take. Should have done it in Phoenix because of Turning Point and stuff.
Yeah.
So
I got to get going now. It was good talking.
All right, we'll see you guys. See ya.
See ya.
All right. Let's see. Okay, people are saying August. Yeah, August is gonna probably be the convention. I don't know how it's gonna is it gonna be just like the 2024 convention? They have a bunch of people talking, or just Trump? I honestly don't know.
It'll be everyone.
Okay, I would think.
If you saw Susie Wiles' memo, Trump is going to be going like full on for the midterms.
Well, which that's another thing we're going to talk about. I think
that?
Trump.
Thomas Massey is transgender. I had no idea.
So true.
Yeah, everyone's melting down. They're saying that. Also, can we talk about this? People are like, everyone is spurging out over the midterms, and it's like, the polling is like D+4 right now.
No, you don't understand. I am injecting HRT directly into my veins. I don't think you understand.
That is my favorite new meme. It's just like anytime Trump does something.
That's what we're doing. We are becoming transgender. We are. Can I even say the actual term?
No.
I don't think I can, because it technically counts as a slur, even though I don't give a fuck.
Don't say it. Don't say it.
No, because I think we need to share this though, Rap, because I was seeing this earlier. This is the current betting odds for the.
Yeah, we gotta talk about this. Listen. Again. I'm not. I think Democrats are taking the House right now. All right, but I'm at a loss of words for how insane the betting markets have gotten. I'm telling you this right now. If you listen to Robert Barnes for betting advice in the year 2026, good luck. Good freaking luck.
I trust Robert Barnes with my life. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Robert Barnes.
These guys think
okay, hold on.
Robert.
Okay, hold on. Robert Barnes only W, I think, in the last several months or something, is he endorsed Brandon Herrera, I think, yesterday.
Oh, wow. Right when he's about to probably win. Congratulations. But yeah, look at this shit. An 82% chance Democrats win Michigan, 80% chance in Georgia, 78% in North Carolina, 69% in Maine, Alaska 44%, Ohio 40%, Iowa 35%, Texas 34%, Nebraska 26%, Florida 12%. You're telling me some dumb shits are actually putting money on this?
Yeah,
yes.
What the great Red Eagle politics call the election mafia polling.
They're back.
They're back, but it's the betting mafia now.
Well, no, this time it's from the right. That's the crazy, or allegedly the right.
I want to tell you guys. This is exactly what I want to tell you. Okay, according to this, there is a higher chance that Democrats flip Nebraska, which is a state Trump won by 20. Then there is that Republicans, win a Senate race in Michigan, North Carolina, or Georgia. All three of those states voted for Trump by over a point.
Oh my gosh. I just realized that.
They're saying Democrats have a better chance in Texas than Susan Collins has of winning re-election.
That is batshit crazy. That is insane.
They have also, I gotta tell you guys this. They
just got fucking ignored. That's insane.
They also have Telrico surging in the Democratic primary.
You didn't say anything. It didn't come through.
I think it's entirely over the Stephen Colbert stuff, because he raised like
it has nothing to do with that. These people are seeing high turnout in red counties, because there's a Republican and Democratic primary going on. And they think the high turnout in these Republican counties is not going to vote in the Republican primary. It's moderates coming to vote for
so true.
I've seen the Twitter discourse.
I mean, this.
And it's
this is
funny because they're
nuts.
coping because they know with the current numbers, Crockett will probably be the nominee because Dallas is like insane turnout right now.
Yeah,
Like
the two big ones are Dallas and Houston.
I wanted Tallarico to be the nominee just because I personally cannot fucking stand that ugly twink. But if it's gonna be Crockett, sure, whatever. Crockett is the objectively worst candidate to run statewide. She's awful.
yeah, that's why I want her to
She
be the
has
nominee.
no platform policy. If you were to tell me as far, because I remember back during the the 22 midterms when we were on call, I was openly ranting about how they were like the Texas, like I know Real Texan was here, and I've definitely talked to Ye about this privately. The Texas Democratic Party's core are all a bunch of fucking woke dipshits. And I don't mean woke as in the boomer sense. I mean as in they are so progressive that they are fundamentally disconnected from the rest of the state party. You want to know what these motherfuckers are? They're all like Rice University and UT Austin fucking grads. That's what these people are.
Oh,
They're
boy.
fucking machine members. And they're of course going to naturally gravitate towards fucking Jasmine Crockett because she's the big, strong woman.
All right.
Well,
Don't
by
say
the
no
way,
shit.
while we're on the subject
By the
of
way,
Texas,
sorry to interrupt you guys, but if we're still talking about the Texas Senate primary, look up the 2020 Texas Democratic Senate primary. It was between like this generic
I
white
forgot
woman
about that.
and like some random black Democrat with like no name recognition who led no polls, and the black Democrat came in within like it was like 47-51
All right.
or something like that.
K Cup for 2. Just got here. What did I miss? We talked about Iran. We're talking with betting odds now.
I also just got here wearing K-Cup.
Yeah, American Nerd for 2. I'd love to be a delegate at the convention one day. Get involved. K Cup for 2. I bad at math, but I know this math is ass. Yeah. Richard Head for 5. 82% from Michigan is insane. Rogers has almost $10 million. Is playing better than with the Democrat primary. And John James will lead the governor race. Yeah, how can you say an 82% chance of Michigan? How?
All right. By the way, while we're on the subject of Texas, we need to get into the Tony Gonzalez news.
Oh boy. We'll come back to this later, but yeah,
he's cooked.
Tony Gonzalez is done. Yeah,
it's over for him.
I want to close out the Texas Senate commentary.
We'll get back to Tyron. We'll get back to that quick. We'll get back to that.
Let's just finish it now because we're gonna say a lot about Herrera.
Okay.
Yeah. Ultimately, Crockett is exactly what the Texas Democratic primary voter base wants, especially the progressives and the blacks. But she is the most toxic candidate to field in a general, and this is going to. I thought. You guys might remember, I was as far back in 22 saying I think they'd run Jean Wu.
I remember that.
I never would have fucking imagined they do Jasmine Crockett instead. At least Jean Wu is an Asian dude. Like, at least you'll get some people to go vote for him. But like Crockett, no one's gonna go.
Texas has no black voter base. I think the voter base
outside like Texarkana, Tyler, Beaumont, Urban Houston.
Well, that's the thing. Black voters in Texas. There are two types of black voters in Texas. There are the tiny, and I mean tiny pockets of black voters. I say tiny. There are like pockets of black voters in urban Dallas and urban Houston. That's it. The rest of them are in East Texas, and they either don't vote, or the ones that do vote only break about 60-40 or 70-30 for Democrats. So
60-70 for Democrats?
6-7.
6-7.
BB for 2. Race to the White House predictions lose brain cells. Oh yeah, I've seen that. That whole sphere is just horseshit. I'm not even denying Democrats take the House right now, but this freaking insanity. John Husted's gonna lose to Sherrod Brown, even though all these unions are backing him now over Brown. It's like, and Brown
I'm telling you guys, these Dems, even if they have a 2018 style year, they are going to be disappointed because of the way they're setting themselves up.
Yeah, these people unironically think they're going to flip Alaska because here's the thing. They have I think Patola's running, isn't
Yeah,
she?
Patola's running. Yes,
Patola is running, so they think they're going to flip Alaska. They think Tallarico's going to one. They think he's going to become the nominee, and two, they think he's going to flip Texas against Paxton. They think that they're going to flip Maine easily, easily flip North Carolina. Ohio,
take South Carolina
because Sherrod Brown is obviously going to beat an unelected official.
And
yesterday, Rap and I were doing the stream, and we did the math. Like, we looked at the math. This is about the highest Dems can get right now. We'd say, and this is about as low as the Republican Party can get, short of like the impending recession. And if the election were to be held today, right now, with as favorable conditions as they are for the Democrats, the only seat that they'd be flipping, not holding, flipping from a Republican would maybe be North Carolina. They'd win the House, but like in terms of the Senate, the only one they'd really pick up would be like North Carolina. The math is not there for the Democrats to take the Senate in 2026, which blows my fucking mind why they think they can run the most extreme fucking candidates imaginable, especially like fucking Jasmine Crockett. Ken Paxton is the 2018 Ted Cruz that the Democrats thought they'd have. You could run so much shit on Ken Paxton, especially with Tallarico. I do think if Tallarico were the nominee, he probably would actually have a fucking chance. Not as good as Beto in 2018, but Paxton would be that vulnerable.
I was gonna say, I voted for Paxton today, actually, in the primary.
Patriots.
And here's the thing. Tallarico, in contrast with Paxton, because Paxton has adultery allegations. That's like one of the most morally perversive things you can do in politics. And Tallarico could easily
the average accusation in Texas state politics.
I would say the average Texas state politics accusation. But Tallarico is supposed to be this, oh my god, this wholesome Chungus fucking libtard fucking Christian.
He's twink Christian Beto. That's what he is. He's like,
yeah.
He's Beto from Austin. He's Beto from Austin.
I say he's Beto if he was from Austin and not from fucking El Paso. Not if he wasn't Robert Francis.
Robert Francis O'Rourke III. Excuse you. No, sorry.
I was gonna say, who was the?
Oh my gosh.
Oh god, these people are unwell.
Chance Razik. Sorry. Go on.
No, I was just saying, the Texas Senate race, it's not a fucking question. And the Democrats they're not going to win the Senate. Sure, I will fully admit that they could take the House, especially in 28 with the Colorado news. But as it stands right now, Dems are not taking the Senate. And they're crazy if they think that they're going to be able to take the Senate.
Well, hell, even the Trump campaign.
However, go ahead. No, go ahead.
No,
go ahead.
The Trump campaign, they had a meeting yesterday, and they came to the conclusion that they have to lose 50 House seats to lose the Senate. That's their conclusion. They have to lose in a landslide just to barely lose the Senate.
But then you have Tim Scott calling Trump racist, and we need to dump $50 million into Susan Collins. But fucking Michael Whatley is being left out to dry, dude. At this point,
this is what I'll tell you guys.
Let's just rerun Blake Masters in 2028 at this rate. Hell yeah.
No, if Mike Rogers barely loses Michigan and Whatley barely loses North Carolina, what I'm telling you, that all that money, the hundreds of millions they sent to save Cornyn in a primary that he's probably going to lose, and it probably won't be close, they threw that money into the garbage can.
Well, I'm going to counter with this because there's one thing nobody has mentioned yet, or really nobody wants to talk about.
Trump wants loyalty, and Cornyn could flip on him if he backs him publicly again. If he publicly backs someone against him in the primary.
That's the first problem. But also, I'm not concerned about money this year. You know why?
Elon Musk.
Shit, we're outraising Democrats. What, 6-1?
Yeah, 6-1.
Yeah, 6 or 7 to 1.
Yes, 6-7 to 1.
And 7 to 1.
That's cash on hand, by the way. Like
That's
Democrats,
not even a joke, by the way. Like,
Yeah.
unironically, it's
First,
like
first
350
election
million to
cycle
30 million.
without USAID, I should add.
yeah.
I was
And
gonna
if
say,
it-
wait, yeah, guys, USAID is gone. All of a sudden, Democrats can't raise any fucking money
Well,
despite
they-
all of the
Not just
momentum they
USAID.
have.
It's not just USAID. It's also the NGOs. They've cut off all the NGO money.
And by the way, I did hear the NGOs, they're getting closer now to something on that front. I'm stay tuned on that front. But
Yeah.
Good.
Anyway,
Good.
but yeah, but so
I'm
seriously, it's
annoyed.
like people are saying already we raised 6 to 1, like $600 million or so. It's something nuts.
$700 million.
That's cash on hand.
6, 7.
Now, Democrats, their one advantage is they still got the resist lib candidates. They can raise $80 million in a day. They still got that shit.
Yeah, and they
but
what
they're
are they
not.
fucking
But they're
running,
not nearly as effective as they used to be.
Yeah.
Though. That's the thing.
Because it used to be every candidate. Every candidate would raise 20 million in 5 seconds. They don't got that now. Yeah, some are
Jasmine
raising much
Crockett
money.
is not a fundraising machine. I don't know
Yeah.
if anyone's noticed. She doesn't have a good history of raising money.
That's the
Outside,
thing.
like, outside of like the black community, she doesn't raise money for shit.
She doesn't.
Ossoff, he raises money. Ossoff does know how to raise money.
Okay, here's the thing. I remember hearing about this. Ossoff, I think somebody ran the numbers on this. Something like 80 or 90% of his fundraising is out of state.
That sounds
Like,
about
it's-
right.
I will
Fucking
say too. Here's the
insane.
thing: Ossoff's money sounds impressive until you realize that we almost like the entire amount of money he raised. We basically sent that to Susan Collins on a Monday a couple weeks ago.
I remember that,
So,
yeah.
like, we got so much money
again,
that we
And we have Elon Musk hasn't spent shit yet. He could
What
casually
is-
drop 2 billion
I'm
right now.
going
What
to
is
remind-
Elon
doing
Musk's-
that
I'm-
stupid
I'm
party
going to
in the
remind
UK
everyone.
that's going to get 2% of the vote.
I'm going to remind everyone of this. Also, fuck you, Leak Overstore Britain. I'm going to remind this to everybody. Ever
2%
since
of the
Whately
vote.
took control of the GOP, I'm going to fly to Wisconsin and gouge your eyes out with my dirty ass fingers.
Okay, chill out.
Anyway, as I was saying, God damn it! Now I don't remember what I was fucking saying. Fuck you. No, wait. Now I remember. Remember, since Whatley took control of the GOP, it has become the new GOP electoral strategy of saving up all of our money until the last fucking minute and then blowing our fucking load at the end.
I was gonna say that the whole that was something that Vance did as well. Vance's whole thing was waiting until the last, I would say,
I
month or
hate
two,
that.
and then just blowing his load at the very end.
I would say blow.
Yeah.
Blow a load every month if you want.
No. You blow your
No, I
load
mean,
right at the end.
I mean, the National Health Center says to blow your load 21 times a month. So,
Oh Jesus. Okay. I'll read some super chats. Chance Razik for 5. Skitzel's turning at Massey is hilarious. He created this monster, don't feel bad for him at all. You get what you fucking deserve. Yeah, the Skitzels are now saying he's covering up the Huff fight stuff, which is freaking hilarious. But Chance Razik.
Oh, go ahead. More super chats.
Chance Razik
Yay.
for 5. Showed Brown lied about Husson's vote at Epstein bill, and Barnes retweeted it. He's no better than a dishonest liberal at this point. Well, now he might get sued into oblivion for Mike Davis. So good luck on that front, dumb shit. Glitch Evie for 2. Turnout is actually insane in Texas at both sides. Yeah, it's breaking every record.
Yeah, it's
So-
like no, but
Higher
remember
turnout
the
in
only
Texas.
reason Republican areas are voting is to vote Talrico in the primary. I was told this.
Yeah, that's real. Richard Head for 2. Rogers has more than 3 times his 2024 amount right now. Yeah, that's true. He has fuck you money already. Again, Elon Musk, I've heard he's going to spend like $2 billion this year. I'm not even joking. It's like up to $2 billion
I would
himself.
say, like, how much is he like committed? Like, is it?
I believe
I
it's
thought
$2 billion.
No, I mean, like, I thought it said something about like it was like 10 million a month or some fucking bullshit
was-
number.
I heard it was like up to $2 billion he's willing to spend. That's what I heard. I could be wrong about that, but
Another thing I want to point out, especially with regards to the Texas Senate race, Paxton is a fundraising monster. If Paxton is the nominee, I'm pretty sure grassroots funding for Paxton would unironically dwarf anything the Senate Republicans could send him, or anything Crockett could
Yeah.
raise for herself.
that's the thing with
Paxton,
Paxton. He
like-
could fundraise.
Ye knows what I'm talking about. Paxton knows how to. Paxton's a motherfucking magician with the way he pulls money out of fucking thin air.
How does he do it?
Mhm.
Well, he gets everyone. He gets all the big conservatives riled up. So yeah,
That's
he's
true.
good at what he does.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's got all the oil companies love him. The agricultural lobby loves him. fucking Main Street Texas loves him. All the fucking like precious mineral dudes love him. Austin, like, and I can speak anecdotally. All the right wing tech bros in Austin and San Antonio fucking adore him because he's taking out all the fucking Indians right now. Like, he's doing everything to. Of all the candidates the Republican Party is going to be behind, this isn't just the fucking midterms for Texas. This is the Paxton and Powell's super happy fun time. Let's go skull fuck Jasmine Crockett and the Texas Democratic Party midterm party.
All right.
So, dude, I'm so happy that the first primary we have for 2026 is this eventful. Like, this is like this is in foreign countries' election in terms of like how much.
I looked this up. Okay, I just looked this up. Ken Paxton, for his 2022 Attorney General race, raised $10 million.
Holy shit!
That motherfucker made $10 million for a midterm Attorney General election.
Nah, he was gonna win no matter what.
Where all he was trying to do was stopping fucking George Bush's, what was it, his brother?
No,
his like nephew.
His nephew.
Yeah, stopping his nephew from beating him.
He was trying to stop Trump's favorite Bush.
I am once again taking for early against Paxton.
Thank you. President Gilbert getting up for 2. Hawk Tua. Thank you. Glitchy for 2.
By the way, before you do
and Glitchy for 2. The line when I voted at 2:30 yesterday was insane. Yeah, turnout in Texas is crazy. It's record breaking.
Yeah. And by the way, speaking of eventful stuff, let's talk about Tony Gonzalez.
Yeah, Tony Gonzalez. I got the thing pulled up right here. For those that don't know,
let's finally rip the Band-Aid off the wound. Let's get right into fucking Tony Gonzalez.
The San Antonio Express, by the way, this is like Real Texan was saying. This is the biggest one in San Antonio.
Biggest one in San Antonio, yes.
They reported that Tony Gonzalez had an affair with the former aide who later set herself on fire, according to Gonzalez's ex-staffer.
Apparently, the widower and apparently the staffer's husband.
It's
a good drop.
Bachelor of the.
Yeah, he's got information.
Yeah, right here. I have interviewed. This is somebody from the I don't know. I think Daily Mail maybe, but like they've interviewed the husband of the person that set herself on fire, and apparently they're going to be publishing shocking claims shortly. It's already bad enough he had an affair and the woman set herself on fire, which that alone, we heard about this a year ago. Or whatever it was. Was it a year ago or 6 months ago?
Yes, yes. For those who are unaware, the best news, like the best newspaper it's one of the few newspapers, like sources of primary fucking media I read outside Twitter. Current Revolt is the place to go to if you want to stay up to date on Texas politics. Current Revolt initially broke it. You should all check out Current Revolt. They have a Substack. They have a Twitter page. They have a website.
Tony Ortiz follows me. Shout out Tony Ortiz.
So true. Shout out. We love Tony Ortiz.
Yeah, he's great.
And now it seems like San Antonio and local media is going to get their hands on it. Dude, we have already seen polls with Herrera leading against Gonzalez. I don't know if you guys saw what Herrera tweeted today. Did anyone see what Herrera
I did not see that,
today?
actually. No, I did not.
Herrera said he was initially, Herrera basically said he was initially running because he just wanted Gonzalez out and he wanted his congressional district to be represented by someone more truly conservative. And then he said after he read all the fucking shit that's about to come out, this has become deeply personal to him because he's now convinced Tony Gonzalez is just now a morally monstrous piece of shit. And this is a life or death fight for his fucking congressional district.
Yeah, he said, is this it? You blame me? Are you kidding me? Tony Gonzalez is an irredeemable coward who dodges accountability and lies to people. This started with my problems with your votes in Congress, but now I understand you are a horrifically wicked man who must be removed. Yeah, that.
Amen.
Yeah, it's time for Gonzalez to go.
You can't hear me clapping, but I'm clapping right now.
Charlie Howard for 5. Being from North Carolina,
turbulence.
Being from North Carolina,
bunch of turbulence.
I really hope.
Bunch of turbulence.
I really hope Whatley wins, but I'm worried. How is Whatley's money? Is Whatley screwed over? If he work hard, he can win. Oh, if he works hard enough, he'll win. But
we need Elon to send him like $10 million minimum.
Yeah.
Like We need him to run ads like not right now, but by the summer. Like he needs to like spam ads by the summer against Cooper. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like we're taking the initiative.
President Gilbert getting up for 5. Rap saying fires majestic, almost like how he says flag. Oh gosh. Thank you.
Flag.
Shut up. All right. So, but yeah. So I think Brandon Herrera's gonna win. I think.
Herrera, I heard that. I heard that. I fucking heard that rap. You were about to say Brandon Herrera is screwed.
No. What?
No.
I heard the yes.
Oh
No.
gosh. Timothy Fitch for 5.
Gonzalez are screwed, I think. I don't know.
Yeah, whatever.
We'll see
Timothy
what
Fitch for
happens.
5. Trump is.
No. I think it's a question of whether Brandon wins outright or goes to another.
I think he
runoff.
wins outright. That's my hot
if
take.
If he goes to another runoff, that's 2 more months of mudslinging at Tony over the scandal, and opportunity to probably get more information. But I could also see a potential Van Taylor situation where Tony just drops out. And
he might.
Brandon wins out.
Hold up.
Brandon
How long he's been in Congress for? Tony Gonzalez?
I think he was elected in 2020.
Well, he can apply. He can apply for the pension. So yeah, he'll just resign or retire.
Keep in mind, he's already served 20 years in the Navy. He's going to have the congressional pension and the service pension.
I don't feel bad for him.
Congress. He'll just resign from Congress.
By comparison, Van Taylor, he wasn't even able to get the pension. He only served 4 years.
Yeah. Timothy Fitch for 5. Trump has proven to me that no military action will result in Iraq-style quagmire. He can do whatever he wants with Iran. Again, we'll see how that goes, but still skeptical. American Nerd for 2. Will Trump revoke the Gonzalez endorsement or no? No, he's just not going to talk about it.
He's not going to talk about it. That's what I think.
Trump's not going to talk about it. It's another fucking Abe Hamadeh situation where he made an endorsement because he thinks it's going to work what's best for
his face.
And then it blew up in his face, and he's not going to bring it up. He's just going to let it go by.
Well,
it might end up in Herrera bucking with him on some issues, but Herrera isn't really the personally spiteful type. I've been watching Herrera for a very long time, and he has absolutely worked with people he's had issues with in the past. If it's good for his business and it's good for the people that he works with.
Basically, like, imagine, like, he's not going to be Thomas Massie 2.0, where it's like, if you do not give me a good press review, I'm going to vote against this bill. He's not going to do shit like that.
He'll be a Freedom Caucus type, but I think what you're going to see is he's going to be more like... And by the way, he's actually defended Trump from all the Epstein stuff.
Yeah.
So he's going to probably be a Tim Burchett, Keith Self...
I agree.
Anna Luna, Lauren Boebert type, rather than a Massey MTG.
And that's why Trump is skeptical. And thank you, by the way, to MTG and Massey, because a lot of good candidates in Texas possibly got screwed because of that. But no,
Don Huffines. But it seems like after he released the statement, he's not getting ratioed as much on Twitter.
I know, but like the thing is, like,
I think it'll probably go to a runoff though.
It just pissed Trump off with the Freedom Caucus. These dumb shits like MTG and Massey running around, and yeah, it's stupid.
I've been saying this for a while. Dismantle the House Freedom Caucus.
Yeah.
They have outlived their purpose.
Yeah, replace with something like better. Anything else?
We should just have the Patriot Caucus.
Let's have the fucking America First Caucus. How about that?
Yeah. Sponsored by America First Insight.
Caucus is like a Tea Party like relic for.
Yeah, why is it still around? What's the point?
Yeah, that's what I've never really liked about it. It's like
it was founded by Justin Amash.
I was gonna say, we simply do not care about fucking fiscal conservatism, abolish Social Security if it means we lower the deficit a little bit. That has never been the style of conservatism I've been a fan of. I think it's retarded.
I don't consider myself a conservative. I consider myself an American nationalist, and I consider myself a paternalist. I don't give a fuck if we're spending or slashing on the economy. As long as the numbers make fucking sense, I'm down for whatever. I am okay with doubling fucking welfare or slashing it entirely if the numbers make sense. If you can present to me a way you can make a welfare program work or a new function of government work or whatever, sure, I'm fine with it. Just make the fucking money make sense. And that's ultimately what most Americans give a fuck about. They don't give a fuck about principles like freedom, or liberty
Freedom.
or fiscal conservatism like the old Reaganite caucus does. You know what the median Republican voter is concerned about? The median fucking Republican voter is concerned about getting jobs back, cheap energy slash cheap fuel and gasoline, lowering the cost of groceries, making it so that, especially the youth, they can actually buy fucking house, fucking car like me, because I'm stuck with this shitbox F-150. That's what the people give a fuck about. I don't give a fuck about you or your goddamn fucking tax cuts. I'll do whatever fucking taxes I have to. If that means that I can fucking be married by the time I'm 30, have a house, and I can support a bunch of fucking kids. Because I work full time with the goddamn army, goddammit. I don't want to afford this bullshit. The economy fucking sucks. We sold ourselves out to fucking China. We sold ourselves out to the devil.
All right.
Fucking candidate who's going to be able to reverse this fucking mess in any meaningful capacity with immigration and the economy.
Okay, Tyrone. All right. Calm down.
Thank you.
Thank you. Chance Tracing for 10. Lolbert say the massively POTUS if MAGA keeps attacking him. Are they really so dumb they don't realize your career is cooked and MAGA hates you, especially as a Republican, terminally online idiots? Oh, listen, these morons, they have convinced themselves Thomas Massey's going to be president next. They have convinced themselves.
I've been saying for a while Massey's going to run for president.
Oh, he is.
The reason Rand Paul and Thomas Massey hate Donald Trump is because he's the one who's actually going in and cutting all the fucking government waste up. When Rand and Massey wanted to be the presidents who were going to be the ones to cut the government.
Trump has done more libertarian stuff in this one term than the entire libertarian movement has done in like 50 years.
Well, you have a lot of actual.
We got a super chat.
Yeah. Well, the Crazy Bear for 2. Here's some bacon grease, Tyrone. Okay.
I will say you have a lot of like authentic libertarians like Austin Peterson who are actually like pretty big Trump supporters.
Yeah, I was gonna bring that up. Austin Peterson. For those that don't know, he
should follow his account. Really cool guy. We're probably gonna have him on my channel in the future.
Yeah, I mean Austin Peterson,
I got mutual friends
with libertarians, I disagree on them with some stuff, but Austin Peterson, he realizes, oh, this is everything I wanted and then some. But freaking they slashed the government by like, how many did they fire? Like 400,000 employees? I think it's 400,000 employees. They are actually reduced the deficit slowly. And Doge is still doing stuff. Don't let Thomas Massey and MTG and God knows who
Doge
else.
Just released over 300 billion almost $1 trillion worth actually of fucking financial data since like what 2012 or something like that.
I think it's 2018. I think it's 2018.
Yeah, no, it's 2018. They just released 8 years worth of fucking financial fraud being inspected, and we've already had people dedicated. Like we've already had people on Twitter, patriots. We've had patriots on X.com owned by Guy Tesla, Elon Musk, that have showed that there is potentially up to if not already over $1 trillion worth of medical fraud in just New York, Minnesota, and California alone.
Yeah. We're not talking about small amounts.
We're talking about 1 trillion in 3 states. 3 fucking states. And the heat map showed there's a shit ton of financial fraud happening in Appalachia with these red states, happening in the Texas Triangle, especially with Dallas and Houston, happening in southern Arizona, New Mexico.
I gotta find the map.
Seattle. Like, we are. The United States government is actively subsidizing mentally retarded brown people who want to kill and rape me and my family into giving them all my taxpayer money. And if I fucking call them out for it, I get called a racist, sexist, Nazi pedophile.
Okay.
And I'm fucking barred from participating in polite society ever again.
Okay.
It's fucking ridiculous. And if you try to describe this to the average Democrat, they say you're fucking crazy. It don't matter how much proof you have for it. Something has to be done. Someone's got to get done about it.
It's Sam Madsen for 5. Why is the GOP, including Trump, still so attached to fiscal conservatism? Do you ever see that changing? Trump isn't. Trump does not give a shit about that stuff. He says, "Oh yeah, we'll cut the debt." Funny how that
The thing
works.
is, I think I can provide a unique perspective as probably the most fiscally conservative person in theory, and probably this entire group of people. Fiscal conservatism works in, let's say, 1980s or 1920s America. In like 2020, realistically, in 2020s America, like it's not.
Fiscal conservatism only works when you have a. Sorry, go ahead.
No, what I'm basically saying, what you're trying to say, it's like, yeah, right now when half of the country and like 75% of the Democratic Party are effectively communists, and you have like a welfare class of people, and you have all these like what Tyrone described as these fraudsters, ruining the economy. It doesn't fucking work that way. It doesn't work in 2020s America. It worked in like 1920s or 1980s or 1990s America, but not now.
Yes, okay.
Conservatism only works when you have a strong industrial base to keep goods and services low, so you can keep the cost of the products low and the taxes low, so the government doesn't have to spend as much. But when you sell your fucking industrial base out to other countries and you have low tariffs and you participate in a hyper globalized economy, you need to raise taxes. Goods are going to cost more naturally, especially if you're actually concerned about the plight of like working conditions for third worlders, unless you're one of those psychos who is completely okay with Chinese kids working themselves to death for 2 cents an hour because it keeps your iPhone under a certain price. Well, but, we don't live in an America where we have an industrial base.
Yeah, we don't. You need an industrial base for it to work.
The most we saw was Operation Warp Speed. The last we saw of the unified, cohesive industrial base being strong was Operation Warp Speed for the fucking vaccines.
Yeah, and even then, like that was pure. That was through pure like fucking brute force by Trump. That he needed pure brute force to do that. So that's a huge issue, and at least idiots understand it. But okay, Tyrone, I brought up the map, and look at this. Look at this shit.
Oh, I hate it so much.
This is the heat map he was talking about. It got updated. Look at this. All these dots are some of these individual like centers and shit. These quote unquote clinics.
Dude, I saw
look
a
at
map
this
the other day on Twitter. I saw a fucking map the other day on Twitter. You know what it was?
What?
There were 500. No, there was like 384 fucking trucking businesses out of a single suburban neighborhood.
I know what you're talking about. I follow that account. I gotta find that. Yeah, so guys, look at this shit. Just casually, tens of thousands of these dots. They represent a clinic. It represents these bullshit centers that don't exist. Look at this. And look at the heat map where it's mostly concentrated. Minnesota, New York, California.
Look, zoom in on Texas. Look
at Texas. Look at this shit.
It's the Texas Triangle and the fucking border region, which is where most of the illegal activity takes place, by the way.
Yeah. I mean, look at Louisiana. Look at these Republican states. It's even
medical fraud is directly tied to either minorities or Appalachia, swaths and swaths of broke ass motherfucking poor whites. And with Appalachia, I at least understand the plight, because they've been under corporate boot and heel for a long fucking time, and the hollowing out of American industry has made their fucking energy industries basically fucking worthless. But there's no fucking excuse with these blue states, with all the medical fraud happening with the fucking minorities. There's no excuse for that.
Yeah, right here. This right here. This is a single suburb in Indianapolis, by the way. So not a Democrat state, by the way. This is in Indiana, a very Republican state. The single suburb. Take us how many trucking companies exist here.
It's fucking insane, dude.
250.
250 in this one suburb, this one neighborhood, for crying. We're not talking about full city. One neighborhood. 250 of these mysterious trucking companies.
A neighborhood in a suburban area of a solidly red state. The only fucking time it's ever voted Democrat in recent memory was when it uniquely got fucked in the ass by the recession and went for Obama.
Yeah. And outside of that, it's been a Republican stronghold. You're telling me if this is happening in Indiana, what do you think's happening in California? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, let's talk about what's happening in this is talking. You're talking about this is a state where it's an inconspicuous neighborhood where they have to fucking cover this shit up. They have to cover this shit up because there's Republican bodies everywhere.
Yeah.
That could get them. Imagine what happens in a state like New York where you can openly get away with fraud.
Oh my gosh.
Where the state, we're talking about a state where the government actively snuffs that shit out versus a state where the state government actively abets, provides, and participates in it.
Yeah. They are probably using a virtual address. That would be one explanation, except that no, they actually proved otherwise. Look at this. This is the other map that was posted because that was the thing. Oh, guys, these are just virtual addresses, which, you know, that's one thing. But look at this shit. Look at it.
Yeah, no, it's actual fucking homes and addresses.
Yeah, hundreds of addresses. Some have 10, 20 companies in one. Again, if this was a couple, that's not the issue. If it was all one house, that's one thing. It's all spread out. It's all freaking concentrated. This is one neighborhood. One neighborhood has this shit.
And I can tell you which immigrant demographic is responsible.
No, I wonder. We're not going down that rabbit hole tonight, but
Oh, I mean, I will say we just arrested one of the biggest fucking perpetuators of fraud is that fucking ethnic origin here in Texas. Him and his
I heard
wife
about that.
for fraudulently creating nearly 500,000 work visas.
Wait, hold up. What?
Yeah, it was something like 460,000 work visas fraudulently created by this Indian man and his. Oops, I said it.
Hey, listen,
they're fucking Indians. It's fucking Indians. It's always the fucking Indians.
You're are you serious for one person? 400,000?
Yes. I curse Vishnu.
I mean, guys, you
I
think the fraud
source for you right now because I'm driving to church.
That's fine.
The Ash Wednesday and Lenten service is in about fucking 40 minutes. I will be logging off Twitter for Lenten, by the way. So this is the only place you're going to be able to hear from me, unless you're in the John Rose Discord server. In which case, I'll tell him to fucking kick out another Discord invite. Rap, you'll have to retweet that, I guess.
Yeah, well, yeah. So this is what this is the shit we're dealing with, guys. Like. And this is the states we can do this shit in because you know damn well in California, you know what they do with those requests for like the what are they called? Freedom of Information Act, right?
Yeah.
They just you know what they do with it? They shred them. They don't even look at it, and that's a problem because a lot of these states, the federal government can't do shit. Now they can a little bit because the interstate commerce stuff, and they are going after these trucking companies a bunch now. Sean Duffy announced that. That's good, but it's like. How can anyone defend the shit California's doing? They're just giving these people that just enter the country 5 minutes ago. They speak no English. They don't know how to drive. Why can they start a trucking company and go all these licenses and stuff?
Because the Democratic Party profits from it. People need remember when Vivek and all these Indians were talking about how the Indian lobby can be with you, Donald Trump. No. There's no such thing as a fucking heritage in Indian American. Indians, sorry, Tubbs. I don't mean you specifically. You are one of the few ensouled Indians I've ever met. But like the statistical virtual majority of Indians vote overwhelmingly Democrat. And they give a lot of their fucking money to the Democratic machine because that's what perpetuates their existence here in the United States.
Yeah.
All of this shit started under Clinton.
This is just nuts. And like somebody like this is something the Republican Party has to like make as a core part of their platform. End this insanity. Because have they cut anything in Congress yet for this stuff?
No. It's mostly been executive orders. Trump's going to need a congressional majority in both chambers and to nuke the filibuster in order to fucking put any of this into law and to enshrine it. But that's not going to happen.
Yeah, but it's like we'll see. And also,
which is why it's incredibly important we get Vance elected in 2028, because the moment a Democrat takes power, I've been saying this for a little bit now, and I'll say it again. Spanberger is the template for what they are going to do in 28. It's only been a month, and Spanberger has already turned Virginia into a fucking nightmare.
Yeah.
With everything. Imagine what they would do at a fucking presidential level when they're able to stop the purging of the intelligence agencies the Trump admin is going into, and they can easily all the shit Trump is doing right now that we love. They will be able to so much more quickly reverse it than he is implementing it.
And a reminder, guys, like Republicans suck, and I agree. Like some Republicans, like they're so dog shit, like don't even bother. But like
Republicans are the party of the stupid. Democrats are the party of the evil.
Yeah, I mean, just can you imagine if somebody like Spanberger became president and took control of the intelligence agencies?
I wouldn't be surprised if Spanberger is made the director of national intelligence
on
day
4. God.
Could you imagine what would happen if Spanberger was put in charge of all the fucking intelligence agencies?
If you
I'm actually calling it right now. I'm going to call it right now. She's going to be the fucking DNI if Democrats win in 28.
If
not the fucking vice president.
If you think it was bad enough under Biden or Obama, you've seen nothing, because now the Democrat Party, they're so delusional now. They're tripling down the stuff. At least with Biden and a few people in the administration, they weren't completely off the rails. But now it's just like, can you imagine Spanberger or Harris running the show? Oh my gosh. You think it's bad now? That's what I'm trying to tell people. And like you said, they are reforming these agencies. It's slow as shit, but they are making progress.
There's a reason why it's HSI, ICE, and Border Patrol doing all this shit right now and not FBI. Those arrests against the people who fucking harassed the church, especially like Don Lemon, it was HSI, not the FBI. There's a reason for that. Those intelligence agencies, holy shit, I'm losing my fucking voice right now. Those intelligence agencies are so... Good Lord. Those intelligence agencies are so thoroughly corrupted, you can't rely on field agents to do the fucking job.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm not a fan of Patel or whatever. They are firing people. That's what people need to understand. And guess what? It takes a while to recruit people. I hate to break it to you, but you cannot just get an FBI agent overnight. You just can't. You can't do that. But they got to do more, I think. But yeah, just like, you're barely controlling the FBI right now and the CIA. I don't want to imagine them if they take power again. Like, God help us all. Okay, everybody, I think that's it. If anyone got any more super chats, any more questions, concerns, whatever, send them now. Last calls are super chats. Last calls are super chats. So, yeah. I think that's it. Yep. All right. So thank you all so much for watching. If you guys did enjoy, smash the like button down below, subscribe, you get the point, blah, blah, blah. We'll see you guys next stream, video, or wherever you see us at. God